Heading into the last day of the month, all ey.es were on the trade deadline. Both the Mets and the Nationals were in the center of potential blockbuster trades, although unlikely to deal their stars. After not making any surprise moves by the 4 p.m. Eastern Time deadline, the teams turned their attention to their game that night in the nation's capital. Once all things were said and done, it's one the Mets would surely like to have back. The Nationals went on to trounce the Mets by an astonishing score of 25-4. At the beginning of the contest, it seemed as if Washington was out to prove a point. All day, people had discussed how the Nats should sell at the deadline because they aren't good enough to really compete. By the end of the first inning, the score was 7-0. Mets pitcher Steven Matz lasted just 0.2 innings. Although a 7-run deficit is difficult to overcome, it's not impossible with 8 innings to go. However, the Nationals kept scoring. By the end of the fifth, the Nationals had put 19 past New York and kept their opponents off the score sheet. This was now about damage control and preparing for the next game, as Tuesday's game was done and dusted for the Mets. However, the Nationals weren't done. The Nationals plated another 6 runs to take a 25-1 lead in the bottom of the 8th. New York came out and valiantly put a few runs on the board to end the affair. In the end, the Mets used a total of 7 pitchers, even resorting to Jose Reyes to close out the game. Reyes threw more pitches than anyone else on the night, tallying an ERA of 54.00 by the time his inning was over. For Washington, 7 players put up multi-RBI games, most notably pitcher Tanner Roark, who brought 3 across in his 7 innings of work. Next, top 10 baseball cities. The dismantling of the Mets brought the Nationals to .500 on the year at 53-53, which is good for third in the NL East. New York dropped to 44-60 as the Mets remain tied with Miami in last place in the same division.